I mean, listen, we talking about practice. Not a game, not a game.
If you're looking for the best basketball talk in the universe, you just found it. This is Deep Hoops, where fans are the host. Tim Brayboy, Troy Ramel Royal, and me, your point guard, Jehudi. We're talking basketball, all basketball, and nothing but basketball. So sit back and enjoy the best basketball talk in the podcast universe. This is Deep Hoops.
Hi, I'm the Minister.
And I'm Rob.
And I'm Tim.
Tim Brayboy is here with us, and we're back with some bonus Deep Hoops talk. Now, I don't know, New Flavor didn't give us an extra check for this overtime, did they? We need to call Thur and Barney and find out what's going on. I did not see a check. Did you? You wouldn't get a check. Did you get a check? I did not get a check. I'm calling Thur in, and I want to know what's going on with New Flavor. But we do have bonus coverage here. We want to talk about, and what prompted this, what's the girl's name again? From Carrie
Champion.
Carrie Champion had the driving with LeBron and Kevin Durant. And they proclaimed, we are the two best players in the NBA. There's no doubt about it. So that made us think about who are the top 5 players in the NBA. So this is bonus coverage, and we're going to give you the Deep Hoops top 5 players currently in the NBA today. Now, Ra, since you are so well prepared, we're going to go with you last. How about that?
Sure.
All right? Because we don't want to cheat off of you. You did a lot of homework. So we're going to show that Tim and I didn't do much homework because we can't cheat off of him. We can't go with what he says. We're going to have to go off the top. So you go first, Tim.
Oh, just put it on me.
I'm putting it on you.
All right. All right. So number 1, he's getting a little older, a little long in the tooth, and he can his interest can kind of wane sometimes. But number 1 always will be LeBron James. Number 2, Kevin Durant. Number 3, Kyrie Irving. Number 4, James Harden. And number 5, the Greek Freak. Those are my top 5.
Say those again.
LeBron, Durant, Kyrie, Greek Freak, James Harden.
Okay. All right. I hear you.
No, that's in my opinion.
No. I mean, every man has a right to his opinion. I think Rod's going to give us stats to back up his. But that's not my top 5. I will go with this way. I agree with what they said in the car. They're number 1 and number 2. Number 3 has got to be Steph Curry, period. Number 4 has got to be James Harden. And number 5, in my opinion right now, has got to be Kyrie Irving. Now, we can easily put Anthony Davis, especially this season. But if you're looking at overall and this season, those are going to be my top 5. Ra?
Well, we were nearly close, you and I. My number 5 is Russell Westbrook. This is a guy that is about to I don't know if he's going to do it, but he's very close to averaging a triple-double for consecutive seasons in a row. I mean, that's just phenomenal, just to do it once. It's phenomenal to be even close the second time around. Number 4 for me is James Harden. James Harden would probably be a little bit higher if he wasn't just so one-dimensional. If he played just any better defense, I would probably put him higher. But James Harden is number 4. Number 3 to me is Steph Curry. And the reason why I put Steph Curry up there, and even though his defense may not be any better than James Harden, and although James Harden is averaging more points and assists than him, but Curry still has the dagger shot. He still makes this shot that just rips your heart out. I mean, it seems like every shot resembles that one moment when he stepped across half court and threw up that 8-point range shot against OKC. And I can remember the lady in the deep corner on the baseline just like she dropped a popcorn like she was in a horror movie watching Jason meet Freddy Krueger. She was just, but he's capable of doing that, and I got him number 3. And number 2 for me is LeBron James. I have him number 2 only because I think that his stats is deceiving. I watched LeBron up by 17 in the fourth quarter with 5 minutes to go, and he's still on the court. I think he plays the game to pad his stats and not necessarily plays the game to win the game. And for that matter, I'm going with Kevin Durant as the number one player in the game. Kevin Durant plays to win. He plays so hard that we didn't see this defensive player in Kevin Durant. And right now, not only is he in the MVP conversation, he's also in Defensive Player of the Year conversation. I got Kevin Durant. I mean, the guy at 7 feet can do it all. He's averaging 5 assists, 27.5 points a game. I think it's something like 7 rebounds, and he's close to 2 blocks a game. Kevin Durant is the number one player in the game.
You know, Tim, and once again, it's your opinion. I mean, everybody has a right to an opinion. I think we are too quick to put the Greek Freak in the top 5. Is he in the top 10? Probably so. He's definitely in the top 15. But I don't know that I would. There's a few players that I can think of before I go to the Greek Freak in my top players. I mean, there are a few players. First of all, Anthony Davis. Anthony Davis is definitely, in my opinion, a stronger player. Now, he may not have a stronger career at the end of the career, but right now, I definitely go with Anthony Davis. Over the course of their career, if we're just looking at this season, Greek Freak is having a great season. Embiid is having a great season. You can look at it. So there's a lot of players, but do you have any challenges? So you had a challenge with one of my picks because you put Russell Westbrook, and I had, Kyrie Irving.
The thing is that it's funny, when we did one of our very first shows, we did a top 25, and you and I both had Giannis number 6, and right now I have him at number 8, because Anthony Davis is number 6, and Kyrie Irving is number 7 for me right now. Anthony Davis, I want to put him higher.
Right.
What this guy is doing is just is so impressive. But yeah, and Joel Embiid is number 9, and I can't discount DeMarcus Cousins. He's number 10.
And the funny thing about it, I love Russell Westbrook, and stats, you can't deny it. My whole thing is, and it has nothing to do with top 5. He should be in there. But my whole thing about Russell Westbrook, I don't think a team is going to win a title with him playing the way that he plays. I just don't think that a team could win a title. He's got to, and here's the thing. He had a triple-double the other day, to make my argument, I think in 3 quarters, right? And then at the end of the game, he only had 2 more assists, or 1 more assist. So he ended up with 11. He had 10 through 3 quarters, and I think he ended up with 11. He only had 1 assist. That's my challenge. Because when it comes to the crunch, he doesn't trust anyone. And they gave him 2 superstars, and the way Paul George played today, I wouldn't have trusted him either. But it just seems that his assists, you talk about padding stats, that's a little pad to me. I'll distribute the ball through 3 quarters, 4th quarter, and that was the challenge that he and Durant had.
Well, when I watch Westbrook and I watch OKC, because I have a vested interest in OKC, Westbrook is probably my second favorite player in the game right now. I'm a huge fan of Carmelo, and I really think that they're the only team in the West that can challenge Golden State. But the real challenge with OKC is that they did nothing to strengthen their team. Nothing.
You mean the bench?
Well, whether you call it the bench or not, it's still strengthening the team. They haven't done anything. Avery Bradley, they was talking about it. You got to go get that guy. Joe Johnson gets free. You don't even take a look at him. Monroe gets free. You don't even take a look at him. You need some kind of scoring, something to come off the bench, some sort of punch. Patrick Patterson has been the biggest free agent bust in this offseason. He's absolute. Raymond Felton is outplaying. And it's not like Raymond Felton is having some kind of career year. He's actually replaceable. But Patrick Patterson is giving you nothing coming off the bench. Jerani Grant is outplaying him with really no skills at all. Just kind of athletic. So they did nothing. You got the Hawks. They just released. They just bought out Irisova. I'm having a hard time pronouncing his name. Irisova. He's about to go to Philly. That's a huge move. It's a huge move. Where are they on these buyouts? Are they going to wait for Vince Carter?
I think that's what they're waiting on.
Literally.
Man.
Are they waiting on a Vince Carter?
I think that's what they're waiting on.
So my thing is are they? I've read a report. They're interested in Noah. That's not gonna help. They need a little scoring point. So yeah, you're gonna find Westbrook scoring more in the fourth quarter or during the crunch time because it hasn't been too many games where the big three has all had scoring moments.
Mm-hmm.
You know, as you mentioned with Paul George, the prior game against Golden State, he had 38. He couldn't shoot it in the ocean yesterday.
You know, it's a topic that we're talking about, the top 5 players in the NBA, and we're making the argument with Russell Westbrook. It's time for, and I don't want to bring in the coach in the top 5 players, but Billy Donovan is outstayed his welcome. The offense is not imaginative, and that was one of the things that Durant said. You know, there's no imagination to the offense, and he has no control over that team. Because what he needs to do is make sure that Russell is feeding people. Mm-hmm. Russell is going to be able to do what Russell does no matter what. Mm-hmm. He's that kind of a guy. Paul George and Carmelo need touches. They need touches down the stretch. They need to know that you're going to them. You need to run some offense, some plays that are going to open them up and give them easy baskets. Because teams are going to definitely pay attention to Russell Westbrook, so they're going to have to become a little more imaginative to open up the play for the other guys. It's not happening. It's not happening. Now, one saving grace for Donovan, and we'll go back to the top 5 players. I said it 2 years ago when Durant was there, and we had our show, the audio show then. I said, let's wait until the playoffs. Let's wait and see what he does on the playoffs. And he did coach his butt off in the playoffs. They lost a 3-1 lead. I don't put that on him, though.
No.
I don't put that on him. But you had Kyrie. You had
Kyrie.
But you didn't have Steph anywhere in there.
I think right now, Kyrie is a better player. Steph is a better shooter. I think Kyrie is a better player.
So, but you think the Greek Freak is a better player than Steph too?
I think the Greek Freak is a better player.
You like hype, right?
No, I don't like hype. I mean, okay, Steph is a great player, but is top
2-time all MVP.
2-time MVP.
First unanimous MVP.
He shouldn't have been the first one to be a unanimous.
But that's
neither here nor there.
Right.
But I think Steph is a great player. But I look at winning time. In winning time in the playoffs, Kyrie has come up money in the playoffs. He beat Steph.
So that's your reason, but why is Greek?
But I thought it was for this year.
But
so that will eliminate the playoffs. And then to your argument, if you're talking about the playoffs, Greek has done nothing in the playoffs.
Well, they haven't really been
right. So I mean, well, we are picking on you. Who cares? We're picking on you.
That's fine. Bring it. I said it's my top 5.
Welcome back. We're picking on you.
My top 5.
That's your top 5, but you know what? It's a bad 5.
No, it's not a bad 5. It's a great 5. You know, I mean, we could be nitpick. I could take out Steph. Steph isn't better than Anthony Davis this year. So Steph is
arguably having an MVP season this year.
Yeah, he's in the MVP conversation.
Right. So what are you talking about?
I would say he's not better than for this year. I think Kyrie is a better player, and I think Anthony Davis is a better player, and I think Greek Freak is a better player for this year.
All right. Well, Rod, do you have anything before we end this short segment?
Hey. Nah, I don't have anything to say.
Not after the Greek Freak, man. Come on, man.
The
Greek Freak is in the top 10.
Listen, yeah, he's number 8 for me. He's having a sensational year. He's averaging 27 points a game, 10.5 rebounds, 4.8 assists. I mean, he's doing it. But, I mean, he's just not doing enough.
He's not doing enough.
And the thing is that he needs to have a LeBron type season for that Milwaukee team. I mean, Milwaukee should be a top 4 team.
Well, they're only
in the East.
So they're only a game out of
but you know
home
what?
court?
It fluctuates from week to week.
Right.
They flirt with being 8 and falling out, and then they'll go on a 4 out of 5, and then next thing you know, they're 2 out of 7, and they're right back where they started from, and it's too much talent over there for them to be that up and down, and I think he himself, he has to just take that team on it. He needs to be 30 plus every night.
What'd you say he was averaging? 28?
27 and a half.
27?
He needs to be 30 plus every night.
And
His jumper isn't wet like that.
No.
Yeah, no, and that's part of the challenge, and that's why I can't put him as the best. I mean,
But
he's great. He's got greatness written all over him.
He should be 10 free throws a night.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
Go with
I will say this. We talked about the top 10 under 25, I think it was. We just named at least the Greek freak that's in there. Kyrie is how old?
He's 25.
He's 25. You said it earlier. The NBA is in good hands.
It's in great hands.
I mean, the players that we have and some of the players that are going to be coming, it's in great hands. But we want to put it in your hands. Let us know what you think, who you think are the top 5 players in the NBA. You heard us bag on Tim. Do you agree with Tim that the Greek Freak should be in the top 5 right now? We want to hear back from you. So you can reach us on Facebook, you can reach us on Instagram, you can reach us on Twitter, and we have an email address. All of that is going to be right here. We want to hear from you on this special segment. This is a special segment of Deep Hoops, our top 5 players in the game today. For the minister,
For Tim.
And Rob.
we'd like to thank you for joining us on this special edition of Deep Hoops, and we'll talk to you again very soon. Peace.